Hey there friends, welcome back to another Legally Armed America video. I'm of course Paul Glasgow here, the one and only truth pin, dealing you a vulgar display of logic and reason on a daily basis. Happy Friday. Let's talk about our boy James Comey. This is the same guy the media painted like some big Boy Scout. A guy supposedly standing tall to protect the FBI from politics. Give me a break. This guy wasn't shielding the American people from danger or any stupid, idiotic nonsense like that. This guy was balls deep in politics. And this guy is one of the main reasons the FBI started to lose credibility in the American people's eyes. This guy is one of the roots of the problem. First, guys, please go check out my friends CMMG. They have a brand new line of zeroed brand suppressors that they are releasing. These suppressors offer impressive sound suppression. They're very ruggedly built. And trust me, they are at a very affordable price. They're calling these the everyman suppressor, meaning that they are at a price point where they expect most everybody, every man at least, if you still know what men are, to be able to afford one. These suppressors are built in-house in America, in Missouri, at the CMMG plant. They're made with 17-4 stainless steel, and they feature a durable tubeless design, laser welded baffle stacks, and easy to clean nitride finish. Check them out. Go to CMMG. Again, CMMG. Don't forget to use my code FTATF and you will get 10% off these unbelievable suppressors, along with anything else from CMMG. Again, FTATF is the discount code. So James Comey, let's talk about the leak that pretty much started everything, right? I mean, stuff was going on, but this is what started to peel back the layers and expose what was really going on with the FBI as far as corruption being led by James Comey, because he was butthurt because Hillary Clinton got her ass kicked by Donald Trump.
Well, listen, the key testimony against James Comey is going to come from his inner circle. One of the people that he trusted and ran the FBI alongside of will be the key witness saying, no, he authorized me to leak information contrary to what he testified to Congress. That's going to be a difficult case for James Comey to defend. I just want to step back. Yeah, well, it could be McCabe. It could be Daniel Richman. It could be James Baker. I keep an eye on James Baker. Remember the documents we had on your show a couple of weeks ago? All three of those are in position to testify they were authorized to leak. We'll see which one is person three when we in the indictment, but I would bet it's James Baker from what I know. The second thing that is just the pure magnitude of what happened today. 50 years ago this year, an attorney general was convicted for the first time in history of crimes. Tonight, for the first time in history, an FBI director is indicted on crimes, and both men face the same charges: false statements and obstruction of justice. It's an extraordinary moment, a grave moment, when a director of the FBI is accused of this level of criminality.
Your sources tonight are telling you what, John Solomon? What could be next?
I think other government officials are in danger of being indicted in the coming weeks, some in the FBI, some in other parts of the government. This is the beginning of a large accountability roundup in government. And I think what's really remarkable, most of my career I've spent uncovering FBI cover-ups. The FBI has a long history of misleading Congress. Comey falls into that. But the evidence against Comey tonight comes from the FBI and its new director, Kash Patel, who promised radical transparency, and he actually provides the key piece of evidence that leads to this indictment. If you're a member of Congress and you've been tired of lying, being lied to by the FBI, tonight's the first time the FBI actually did something about it. They turned in their own man tonight. I think that's an extraordinary part of this story.
April of 2017, the New York Times dropped a story stuffed with inside FBI details, some of it classified. How convenient, right? And it wasn't just any old gossip. This was about Comey's decision-making in the Clinton email case, the same circus that defined the 2016 election. Somebody was running their mouth, and surprise, it all pointed right back to, guess who? James Comey. The guy who's acting like he's trying to get to the bottom of it, he was the one at the bottom of it. He's what he was looking for. Here's where we find the sewer in the swamp. Comey wasn't just talking to reporters himself. He had a middleman, Daniel Richman, a Columbia law professor, a so-called special government employee that Comey himself personally gave top secret clearance to. Let me translate that for you. Richman wasn't some neutral academic. He was Comey's fixer, Comey's boy, Comey's homie, his media pipeline. Let me be frank, he was Comey's bitch. He was the guy that Comey, he was a friend of Comey's, a very close friend of Comey's. He was the guy that Comey pretty much told, I'll take care of you. I'm the head of the FBI. I won't let anything bad happen to you, but I'm going to use you as my vessel to funnel classified information to the New York Times. Because I can't do it. I'm the FBI director, so I'm going to use you. He talked somebody into doing this for him.
Director Comey, have you ever been an anonymous source in news reports about matters relating to the Trump investigation or the Clinton investigation?
Never.
Question 2 on relatively related. Have you ever authorized someone else at the FBI to be an anonymous source in news reports about the Trump investigation or the Clinton investigation?
No.
This is Comey, the guy who could barely clarify stories when they made him look bad, and he'd spin them when they needed to make Trump look really bad. That's not integrity in any kind of way. This guy proved himself to be a vessel of corruption to go after Trump, somebody he simply disagreed with and didn't like. He used his position, and he used the federal government. He used our money to go after his boss because he thought he was untouchable. That's propaganda with a badge smacked right onto it. So the FBI actually launched an investigation, codenamed Arctic Haze. They pulled phone logs, emails, text messages, even forensically dumped Comey's iPhone, supposedly. They interviewed everyone with access to anything regarding this case. And guess what they found? Nothing they could use. A big fat bureaucratic shrug. Nothing here. No smoking gun. Nothing to see here. But here's a dirty little secret. The DOJ doesn't like to prosecute confirmatory leaks. That's what this was. In plain English, if a reporter already has the classified information and you just nod and give them a thumbs up, you get away with it. It's a loophole for insiders, and Comey knew it. So the fact that the New York Times already had the classified information because Comey let them have it, all he had to do is, if they said, is this true or not, just don't say no. Don't say it's not true, because they already had the information. So they knew, having this classified and semi-redacted stuff in their hands, they knew where it came from. They knew it came from the federal government. They knew it was likely true. All they needed was some kind of a wink by Comey. As long as he didn't say, no, it's not true, then they knew it was true. Because again, they had it in their hands. They had it in writing from DOJ letter, from FBI letterhead. So Comey's homie, Richman, admits that he talked to reporters. Reports admit they already had the information. And Comey admits he vented his concerns about AG Loretta Lynch and Bill Clinton's infamous tarmac meeting. But everyone plays dumb when it comes to who actually spilled the classified information to the New York Times. So they have the cover of saying, well, we didn't leak it. We just said that that was ours. We confirmed the leak, but we didn't leak it. So the people who leak it can confirm the leak as long as they don't admit to leaking it. That's Washington, D.C. for you guys. In the end, the case Arctic Haze went nowhere. Case closed. No charges, no accountability. The leaker or leakers never officially named, even though we know now that it was Comey and his homie. And that's how it all works. If you're a regular citizen, the FBI will kick your frickin' door down for mishandling a napkin that has something written on it. But if you're James Comey, you get to strut around on book tours and TV deals, cashing in while pretending you saved democracy. Let's stumble across some seashells on the beach and everybody's going to talk about it. But no accountability from this guy. Guys, this is not about a single leak. It's about a culture that exists in the FBI, in the federal government. A corrupt culture where the top law enforcement agency in the country plays politics and covers its own tracks, and nothing is done about it. Comey has dragged the FBI through the mud. Again, the FBI was a once respectable organization. I think most American people would say that. But Comey has ruined that. Comey single-handedly, I'm not saying the other people out there that we know who are corrupt with the FBI aren't a part of it. No, there's certainly players involved in all this. You got plenty of other people at play here besides just Comey. Comey's the root of it. Comey's the one that created this whole narrative. Comey's the one that started calling out people who didn't believe the way he did. Comey's the one who would turn down any kind of promotion and grant promotions based on what your political affiliation and your belief system was. You were pissed off that Hillary got her ass kicked by Trump? Come on! Got a promotion for you. Let's hang a new plaque on your wall. You get an award for that. This guy tried to play kingmaker in an election, and then he acts like he's the victim. Yeah, he thinks he's the victim. Have you seen this video?
My family and I have known for years that there are costs to standing up to Donald Trump. But we couldn't imagine ourselves living any other way. We will not live on our knees, and you shouldn't either. Somebody that I love dearly recently said that fear is the tool of a tyrant, and she's right. But I'm not afraid, and I hope you're not either. I hope instead you are engaged, you are paying attention, and you will vote like your beloved country depends upon it, which it does. My heart is broken for the Department of Justice, but I have great confidence in the federal judicial system, and I'm innocent. So let's have a trial.
No, this guy is scared. He tries to act like a tough guy. It's weird when you deal with I don't even want to call him a sociopath. This guy's a psychopath. When you deal with a psychopathic narcissist, and that sounds redundant because psychopaths are narcissists, but I have to say it like that. When you deal with a psychopathic narcissist like Comey, it's like they're oblivious to the actual consequences. You follow what I'm saying? I mean, he truly believes he's at that point in his career, in his life, where he's bigger than everything else. And it may bear out that way. In other words, nothing may happen to him. I mean, do you have any real confidence that something's going to happen other than shaming him? But you can't shame a psychopathic narcissist like this. You can't do that. If you're putting him in the spotlight like we all are now, that's cool with him. He's happy with that. As you can see by that video, he's making himself to be the victim. This guy created all this. And he's making himself out to be the victim. In fact, he could have just shut up and everything would have faded away. He can't let that happen because he's a psychopathic narcissist. He can't stay out of the picture. He's got to be in the limelight, and he's got to make himself the victim. He wants everybody to ta-ta him, pat him on the back. Oh, Comey, we got your back, man. I got your six. That's what he wants. He wants everybody to console him. Oh, Comey's taking one for the team. He's falling on his own sword. How noble of James Comey to do this. Dude creates a problem, becomes the issue, then becomes the victim, and wants you to feel sorry for him and back him through all. No, this guy is scared. I think it's starting to eke in now that he knows what the consequences are. The dude ain't innocent. And he gets cocky and says, let's have a trial. This guy, I don't know if you guys saw, but I believe this case has been given, go figure, to, I believe it's a Biden-appointed judge. So, yeah, that's why I have so little confidence. On top of having so little confidence before, now one of their guys is on it. But let's have a trial. If it were a fair trial, this guy would go to prison. But you know what always happens? They say, oh, well, you know, this guy, he's been disgraced. In other words, if they find him guilty, which he is, but if they find him guilty, if they prove that he was guilty in a court of law, then what they're going to say is, oh, this is a high-profile guy. The fact that he was terminated, the fact that his legacy is damaged, and all of these other things, that's equivalent to time served. So we're just going to let him go on about his business. So he'll write another book, become a gazillionaire because we let him make money off of his own crime and nothing will happen. That's my prediction about what happens. Comey ain't a hero. He's not some selfless public servant. Oh, I serve the public. Did you do it for free? Because you weren't serving the public if you were making six figures, and you were making six figures. You didn't do it for free. You're not a servant of the government, a servant of the people. You were a hired goon. You corrupted your position and you ruined an entire organization that who knows how long until it gets fixed. You realize all those stains, all the underwear stains, let me just call them that to try to keep my language clear here. All the underwear stains, the brown stains, they're littered throughout the FBI. You realize how long it's going to take to root all of that out? It's incredible how quickly you can corrupt an entire department and how long it takes to fix that and to clean it back up. Who knows if we'll see it in our lifetime? Let's be honest here. This guy has always and only been worried about his own legacy. Look at all the people he took down with him. Look at his Comey's homie, who's going to probably spend time in prison, the Columbia professor. All these people that he used along the way to further his own goals and to try to carve out a place in history for himself. I don't know that I've ever seen, and I report on a lot of egomaniacs. I don't know that, and Trump is an egomaniac, but I have never seen an egomaniac on the scale that James Comey is. This guy, again, could have bought him a little cottage somewhere on a beach somewhere, lived out the rest of his life, writing a couple of books here and there and just shutting his mouth. But he kept running his mouth. And now it's coming back to bite him. And again, he's playing the victim here. Guys, don't buy it. I wanted to put this video out because I wanted to take the confusion out of the air. Because there's so much going on now that he's been indicted. And of course, the statute of limitations is this coming Tuesday. The 5-year statute of limitations would have been this coming Tuesday. So they just got this in. So I think they've probably been working on this indictment for a little while to get all their ducks in a row. But they're like, no, we got to get it in now or it's not going to get in. But I believe that what's going to happen is this guy will get off and we will all be vindicated as how we believe the federal government works. But I think there's hope. I do think there's hope. Maybe I'm being pie in the sky here. Maybe I'm being Pollyannish about this whole thing. But somebody, I mean, this guy has crapped on so many people. Somebody along the way that has some influence in this case has got to be somebody who's been wronged by Comey along the way. And surely they will stand up, not only for, I mean, some people have to have some moral integrity, right? Wouldn't you think that? I mean, again, maybe I'm being very naive here, but somebody has to be like, nah, man, I can't let this one go. Don't forget, guys, if you're looking for a book to educate yourself and to educate the idiots out there who can't think for themselves regarding mass shootings, go to damnliars.net. Again, damnliars.net, and get my brand new book, Damn Liars.
I'm sorry, I thought this was America.
It's hanging around.